we gotta talk. What happened to Overwatch? I feel like ever since the devs announced that they weren't going to do PvE, the whole Overwatch community's just been kind of silent and eerie. This whole thing just feels like the calm before the storm. Overwatch is losing players on a regular basis. They're not adding very much new content, and it just feels like a lot of us have totally lost faith in the game. Even though I didn't even really care that much about PvE. I could care less if they actually add it or not. But the fact that they promised us that they would add it and then proceeded to wait a few years and then cancel it after making an entire second game with the justification that PvE would be part of the game, it just doesn't sit right, you know? I've lost faith in their ability to create a fun and enjoyable game. On top of that, even without canceling PvE, Blizzard has not added anything to their game in so long. I mean, let's think about this. How old of a game is Overwatch? Wow, 2016. So that means it's been 7 years since Overwatch came out. Since then, what have they added? They've added a few heroes, maybe on average like one hero a year. Maybe a map every year. But they haven't really added anything significant. And I feel like mostly what they've been focusing on is just monetizing their fans that they already have. Battle passes, super expensive skins. I mean, for God's sakes, we all know the little Pachimari charm that costs more in game than in real life. Like that shit is outrageous. That's outrageous. The Overwatch devs need to do better. They need to be adding more fresh content. It feels like the bulk of what is fun in Overwatch at this point for me is custom games, and I definitely don't have time to make all my own custom games because that would take forever. So I just have to hope that somebody has made something fun, and usually they have, but it's like I'm not playing Overwatch. I'm playing a game that somebody else made just with the Overwatch models. It's not the same thing. Not to mention Overwatch 2 content on YouTube it's dry as a bone. It just feels like with no new content being added to the game, we've kind of milked all the content out from this game. I mean, the 10-hour challenge meta, everyone's doing it. I mean, every single Overwatch channel in the world, except for maybe like J3 and Flats because they're too big and they don't have to do any of that. But every single Overwatch channel, you do a 10-hour challenge, you do like a Road to Grandmaster challenge. What else really is there to do in that game? That's the thing. There's nothing else to do. And not to mention, me personally, I've been playing the game nonstop for probably 8 months now. It just feels like the game's been squeezed dry. I don't know. It's kind of a sad feeling. I've been putting off making this video for a long time. This video has been probably at least 2 weeks overdue, but it makes me sad to make this video. It really does. It hurts because I've grown so much with the Overwatch community, but it just feels like I can just feel it dying out. I don't know. So, all that is to say, I think in the future, I think I'm going to move to new games. Rust is the biggest contender for content. Rust is an endless content farm. Trust me, guys, the stories I can craft with Rust are just going to be so much more interesting and in-depth than anything you can make with Overwatch. Rust games take, a week. A Rust game takes a week. An Overwatch game takes like 10 minutes. The stories you can create from a game that involves so many players interacting. It's a very human game and it takes so long. The stories you can make from that game they're really beautiful. And then on top of that, we've got games like Apex Legends or Valorant, which could maybe be like a streaming substitute for Overwatch or a video substitute. I don't know. But I think those two games are running into similar problems with content where there's not really that much you can make, but I'll see what I can do. I know a lot of you were expecting a video this Friday. I'm sorry that this is what it has to be, but I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you in the next one.